We are covering key resource management concepts for your PMP exam, specifically the RACI matrix, resource optimization techniques, and the stages of team development. First, let's break down the RACI matrix, which stands for responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. This is a type of responsibility assignment matrix used to clarify team member roles. Responsible refers to the person who does the work. Accountable is the person who ultimately owns the task and has the final say. A critical exam trap is to remember there can only be one accountable person per task. Consulted are subject matter experts you have a two-way conversation with, while informed are people you simply update with one-way communication. For example, in an exam scenario about developing a new software feature, a developer would be responsible, the product manager would be accountable. A user experience expert would be consulted, and the marketing team would be informed. Next, we have two easily confused resource optimization techniques: resource leveling and resource smoothing. The key difference for the exam is that resource leveling can change the project's critical path and extend the deadline to resolve resource over-allocation. In contrast, resource smoothing adjusts activities only within their available float, meaning it does not change the project's end date. An exam question might state that your lead engineer is over-allocated and the project deadline is fixed. In this case, you would use resource smoothing. If the question says the engineer is the only person who can do the work and is unavailable, you must use resource leveling, even if it delays the project. Finally, you must know the 5 stages of team development, also known as the Tuckman ladder: forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. The forming stage is where the team first meets and people tend to be independent and polite. The storming stage is characterized by conflict as team members assert their opinions and jockey for position. This is where the project manager must act as a coach to navigate conflicts. In the norming stage, the team begins to resolve its differences, establish ground rules, and work more cohesively. The performing stage is where the team is highly productive, autonomous, and functions as a well-oiled machine. The final stage, adjourning, is when the team disbands after the project is complete. A common exam scenario will describe a team arguing over processes. This indicates the storming phase, and the correct action for the project manager is to facilitate communication, not to ignore the conflict. A great mnemonic to remember the order is, for sure, nobody passes alone. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.